Welcome, Radiant One, to this month's circle theme called Love as Your Way, expanding love and dissolving fear in your life. Um, First of all, I want to say that for me, uh, expanding love and dissolving fear as a Magdalene is really one of the most crucial and pivotal things that you can do. And it's not something that is done, well, at least not in my experience, it's not something that is done overnight. Nor it seems to be an ongoing, continuing journey. But as you do so, as you do the work of bringing light into dark places, hence expanding love and dissolving fear, your capacity to hold space for more grows. And I have probably said this before, and I will probably be saying this till my dying breath. That this kind of work is really not for those faint of heart. And you being here, having been called into this, I know that there is a part of you that is ready and willing, beyond maybe even your human understanding, to do this kind of work because you understand intuitively and on a soul level the importance of it. This month's theme is all about choosing love and being willing to have it expand in your life, thus dissolving fear. And for me personally, it was a choice that I made, I think, about 10 or 11 years ago. And as I made it, I realized, because I had had a very dark night of the soul, and I realized that there was something out there, or something else that was, I had an experience where I was on my bathroom floor crying, and while doing that, begging God for help and to be taken out of my misery, I realized that in that moment there was something other. There was a part of me that was completely still, completely at peace, just observing. And then there was this heaving mass on the floor that was in misery and in despair. And in that moment, I knew that that part of me, the still part, the peaceful part, was the part that I wanted to have lead my life and be the driver of my life. And so I made, I got the idea to do a conscious choice of calling in love in my life. And this is one of the exercises that I've put in the guide and the workbook. And it's about really expanding love, or choosing love consciously. And it is so simple that it is very easy to think ineffective. But what I have found is that, in truth, the most simple things are usually the most effective ones. And that choice that I made was that I was going to set an alarm on my phone. And whenever the phone went off, I was just going to say, I choose love, and then go about my day. That was it. I did that 5 times a day, and I chose a gentle tone so it wouldn't be like me, me, me. And, in choosing a gentle tone, I was also able to have it go off, whether I was at work or wherever I was. If the tone went off, it was so gentle that I could easily hear it. And I didn't even, there was no reason to explain to people what I was doing, or I would just turn it off and just either silently, if I was by myself, say, I choose love. And if I was in a crowd, or on the bus, or wherever, in the car, whatever it was, I would turn it off and I would just remember, I choose love. What I did not know at that time, and I'm not sure that I would have, I'm not sure I would have walked so naively into it had I known what I know now, and that was that choice. I was thinking, okay, I choose love. The heavens are going to open, angels are going to descend, rose petals are going to be strewn, and all of the challenges and the obstacles and the fears and the worries and the concerns and the doubts and everything that I experience is just going to magically evaporate. And you being here, I'm sure that you probably know, or you will know, that that's not what happens. What happened, or what has happened with that choice, was that I was continuously given the opportunity to heal every limiting belief, every self-sabotage, everything dark residing in my mind has been brought up for me to be able to choose love, to expand love, and to live from that space. And there have been many times where I've been like, what have I done? But today, and I say this even though, my life is, I wouldn't say far from, it's not, everything is not as I would like to have it. But what I do have is that I have this deep, resonating satisfaction, sense of connection and core and source that is just, even in my moments of despair. And they do come, but they're very, very brief. And so that is really, I wanted to make that point that choosing love, don't be as naive as I was thinking. Hallelujah. Because there might be some shit that comes up that is, for you to heal, and you will always only be given what you're ready to heal and ready to look at. So know that, and you will also, even though at times it doesn't seem like that, you always have the tools and the skills and the experience and the knowledge and whatever necessary in order to move through whatever you're going through. So I just wanted you to know that. So that's the first thing. Now the second thing that I want to say is that I have this concept, and I wish I had some, it was called something really smart, but it's not, because I haven't found anything. It's simply what I call the love with love concept, and I think we may be diving deeper into this in our call on our live call on Tuesday the 11th. The 11th of September 2018. So if you're purchasing this after, then the live call will already be there. However, it's called Love with Love, and it's basically, it's very easy and very quote unquote simple, just as I did, choosing love. Who wouldn't want to do that? Like, that's very easy. Like, yeah, of course I'll choose love. Like if given the choice between fear and love, I don't think there's anyone who's going to say fear, unless you're kind of like me now and you're kind of nerdy and you're like, I may be looking into that fear, but that's a whole nother story. The love with love concept. So in choosing love, you say, yes, I am willing to look, I'm willing to see, I'm willing to heal, unveil, and awaken, and do all these things. Now, that's the easy part, really. The not so easy part comes after. So that when you are looking at things, maybe you've made some choices in your life that you're not proud of. And maybe those choices bring up, guilt or shame. Then the love with love concept comes into play, because in choosing to look at it, you're choosing love. However, those feelings that occur when you look at it, the blame and the guilt perhaps that comes up, being willing to love yourself through that, and no matter what, that's where you add the love. That's where you add, and that is actually, the miracle pill or the magic potion, is that being willing to add love again, even though you may have done things in your life, or that you're not proud of. I know that I have, and I know that's why I know that is quote unquote the magic pill. So going through this guide and workbook and this theme, bear that in mind. I love you. And I love you for all of your, quote unquote, failings and mistakes. Not because of them or despite of them. There's nothing of that. It's just love. And so that is what I hope that you will take with you as you go through the theme. And as always, I want you to remember that you can reach out to me. Just, in the email, hit reply or send me an email. It's in the email. Go ahead and email me if you have any questions, or if there's an insight or a discovery or a revelation you want to share with me. I'd love to hear it. You can tag me on any social media, well, almost any social media. Instagram is my preferred one, but you can go ahead and tag me or comment on one of my images or photos or whatever. I would love to hear, including your stories. I would love to hear what doing the work, this kind of work, is doing for you in your life. And I want to just finish off by saying that for this month, our live call is on Tuesday, the 11th of September, 2018. And so whether or not, if you can be with us live, I'd love to have you. If you can't and you have questions, you're welcome to email them to me. So that is it for now. Know that I love you, and take care.